state of Alabama is in trouble with the U.S. Department of Justice, and while it does involve a voter law and the driver's license offices, it's probably not what you think it is. See, if you've been following reports in the news, you may know there have been calls for a Department of Justice investigation into the state's closing the driver's license offices in rural counties because of the impact it has on some counties with poor and black populations and their right to vote. We even made a little video explaining it a few weeks ago, but this investigation has nothing to do with that. It started back in the beginning of September, before the offices were closed. The Department of Justice reached out to the state over violations of the National Voter Registration Act of 1993. The NVRA, also known as the Motor Voter Act, was passed in an effort to combat the problem of low voter registration and low voter turnout in the U.S. The law's goal was to make it super easy to get registered to vote. Basically, if you go get a driver's license and you want to register to vote, you tell them and they take the information on your license application to put you into the voter rolls. But if you've recently obtained an Alabama license, you know that's not exactly what happens. Some Alabama driver's license offices won't even ask you if you want to register to vote, and the places where they do, and you say yes, they give you this, a form to fill out at home and mail in to the appropriate location. Now granted, that's not a huge imposition, but strictly speaking, it's not what the law requires. The law is that you give your information when signing up for a driver's license, and the onus is on the state to make sure that information gets into the system. And the state failing to do that does have real consequences. In a recent study by the think tank Demos, Alabama had the lowest ratio of voter registrations at DMVs in the entire country. So far, the matter has not ended up in court, but it could. The Department of Justice has already sued over a dozen states for noncompliance with the Motor Voter Act, but state officials say it shouldn't come to that. They say they've been working since before they heard from the DOJ, and they've already found around $1 million to get software to improve voting registration in the state and put the matter to bed. So hopefully soon it will get a lot easier to register to vote in Alabama. And as this story continues to develop, we'll keep you updated on AL.com.